Hi dear friends, I'm here with a new video, but before starting the video, I request you to please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon for latest updates. Let's get started the video. Today's topic is how to prevent yourself from using mobile phones all the time. It has become the biggest problem for all the people, especially for teenagers and students. Do more things that make you forget about checking your phone? They say, yeah, that's right. Indeed, when I was hiking in the mountains with my family, I picked my phone only to take another breathtaking picture. But that's not what happens every day. Yeah, exactly. We can't do this in everyday life. I often find myself mindlessly scrolling Facebook, though initially I took my phone only to check the weather. Exactly. Sometimes I grab my phone without any reason at all. Everyone around me is doing the same. Of course, everyone is doing the same exactly. An average smartphone owner uses 47 times per day. And 85% of users do this even while talking to their friends and family. Are you doing this? In 2018, an average user spent 3 hours per day on mobile. Just think about those numbers. Oh my god. So, I'm gonna share infographics with you. Fortunately, I don't keep up with this trend. On average, I spend 25 to 35 minutes per day on my iPhone. Though sometimes I find myself diving into that phone, checking loop, most of the time I can control it. Here are the tips that help me use my smartphone less and avoid phone addiction. So now I'm gonna share all those tips with you also so that you can avoid phone addiction. What are those? Let's get started. So, number 1, pause to think before picking up your phone. Yes, every time you are about to unlock your phone, take a moment to think about why you are doing this right now. Do you need to perform a particular task like scanning a document or texting your boss? Then fulfill this task and put your phone away. That's important. But sometimes the reasons for checking your phone are much deeper than you think. What's that? For example, I'm not great at networking and feel uncomfortable in a large room of unfamiliar people. Instead of starting small talk with someone, I just stare at my phone pretending I'm busy. When I realized this habit, I decided to attend more meetups to improve my networking skills while intentionally keeping my phone away. Here's how you can analyze the true reasons behind picking your phone. What are those reasons? When I feel or want to X, I take my phone to Y so I can Z. No, it's not complicated. I'll make it simple for you. For example, when I feel lonely, I grab my phone to check Instagram so I can feel connected with my friends. It's that simple. When you find the real reason behind checking your phone, it's easier to control yourself. Mind this. If you feel lonely, you can call your family or have a chat with your colleague. If you feel bored, you can go for a short walk or read a book. There's a lot of things to do besides staring at a screen. Yeah, guys, do this. Number 2, analyze how you use your phone and set limits. That's very important. With iOS 12, Apple has introduced the screen time feature, which shows how much time you spend on your phone and which apps you use the most and how often do you pick up your device. I'm sure you all people are looking for this. If particular apps take too much of your time, you can set daily limits for them. When you reach a limit, your iPhone notifies you about it. Though the limit is not hard to ignore, but yeah, it creates an additional barrier between you and the apps you use too much. That's a good feature. Number 3, get rid of distracting apps. Sometimes you just cannot resist tapping a colorful icon on the home screen. Yeah, exactly, it happens. This is usually the case for games and social media apps. How can one avoid this temptation? Let me tell you. Move all addictive apps to the second page where it's harder to open than spontaneously. You can also group such apps in folder like games or social, so they are always one extra tap away from you. Try to do this, it's very helpful. My home screen is a place for work, productivity and travel. I have no Facebook app on my phone. Instead, I check the newsfeed in Safari. It's less convenient than in the native app, so I spend significantly less time there. Plus, the browser tab doesn't bombard with notifications. After visiting Facebook, I always try to close its tab in Safari, so I have some extra work next time. I also try to stay away from my phone after posting anything on social media. It's very important. It's so tempting to check your post every 5 minutes to see how many likes and comments you already have. For this reason, I rarely post things that involve a lengthy discussion. That's how my laziness to check and answer the comments saves me from snagging my phone too often. It's a superb tip and you must follow, guys. Number 4. Minimize notifications. When a new app asks if it can send me notifications, I usually say no, I don't need. I only turn on notifications for messaging apps and emails. That's important. If your app has flexible notification options, it's a good idea to play around with them. For example, our email client notifies me only about important personal emails and doesn't bother me with newsletter and automated messages. Yeah, exactly. Spark keep distractions away from my phone. Yes. And also notification badges are another source of distraction. It's hard not to tap an app icon when you see that red number on it. For this reason, and it's not a big one, I try to turn off badges wherever possible and whenever it is possible. I always try to do this. So now let's come to number 5. Keep your phone literally away. It is very difficult. It's easier to forget about checking your phone when it's physically out of sight and reach. After coming home, I just leave my phone in my bag and put it in the cupboard. Nothing terrible ever happens. I'll hear an urgent call or notification, and at the same time, I can cope with most of the sudden urges to check my phone. Really? Who wants to get up and walk to the other part of one's apartment all the time? Yeah, that's right. The same trick can help you at work, school, and family dinners. Yeah, that's right. When there is no phone on the table in front of you, it's much easier to focus on the things you need to do. And be it finishing some work or chatting with your loved ones. That's an awesome idea, guys. Okay, let's come to number 6. Don't use your phone before going to bed. Do you? Constantly checking your phone throughout the day ruins your productivity while staring at the screen before bedtime. Actually, I try to ditch my phone at least a couple of hours before going to bed. It hurts when I break this rule. After my last spontaneous Googling session at 12 am, I was just lying in my bed for a couple of hours, staying alert and unable to fall asleep. In the morning, I felt exhausted and unable to concentrate on anything. So, guys, you have seen how I avoid my phone. Now, last but not least, use screen time iOS or digital well-being Android to schedule the time away from the screen. For example, between 9 p.m. and 7 a.m., your phone can ban you from most apps and allow only phone calls. You can also automatically turn on the Do Not Disturb mode every night to make sure nothing interrupts your sleep. And I guess you can off your data. It will also help you. So I'm sure, guys, all these tips will help you to avoid phone addiction. Thanks for listening. See you with another topic. Thank you.